slaughter of our brethren worldwide is absolutely a rehash of what the devil has always sought to do: wipe the very image and creation of the living God off the world stage. So when you hear when you hear of what's going on to the brethren across the world and 21 Christians being beheaded and a sea of blood, these are all biblical not only references but images coming to mind. So, you quoted today, George Orwell said it best: he who controls the past controls the future. He who controls the present controls the past. Unless you understand the book of Genesis, and there are a lot of people say, I don't want to even bother myself with it, you cannot understand the basis of the war that's raging in the heavens, that's soon to be manifest in every one of your lives, my life, our lives, my children's lives, and my grandkids' lives. Get the significance of giants. Most people don't understand that there's a very group of insidious Luciferian and fallen angels trying to control the history of the past so that they can insert at the time and place of their choosing a whole, if you will, artificial or synthetic paradigm into the battle between good and evil. Time of the revealing is upon us. It was the purpose of Satan and his fallen angels to corrupt the human race and thereby do away with pure Adamic stock, through whom the seed of the woman should come. This would avert their own doom and make it possible for Satan and his kingdom to keep control of the planet Earth indefinitely. It was said to Adam and Eve that the seed of the woman should defeat Satan and restore man's dominion. Genesis 3:15, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. The only way then for Satan to avoid this predicted defeat was to corrupt the pure Adamite or Adamic line, so that the coming of the seed of woman in the world would be made impossible. This he tried to accomplish by sending some of his fallen angels to marry the daughters of men, as in Genesis 6:1-4. I call Genesis 6, for the record, the absolute Rosetta Stone to understanding all of history, and to understanding all conspiracies, and to understanding all spiritual warfare. Back to what Phineas Dykes wrote. Genesis 6:1-4. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives, all of which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he is also flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants in the earth in those days, and after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became the mighty men which are of old, men of renown, and producing the giant nations through them. Now this is critical, because some people want to argue that this is the Sethite versus the Canaanite. Wrong. There were giants in those days before the flood and after the flood.